Hello, Space Dogs!
Hi, Space Dogs!
Woo! I've got Shammers with me. We're going to play some EXCEED2.
2 Exceed. And beyond.
Yeah, actually, so if you saw the stream title today, 2x EXCEED2, this is an old joke. And actually, I have extra bonus stuff. If you look, I moved the Exceed poster over to here now. This is actually a WPF poster for World Pump Festival for 2005, so that would have been like right around this era. I don't have an EXCEED2 poster, but this is where I start to have actual like real marquees. Yeah. So if I wasn't lazy, I could take this insert out and put it in the actual game so that it would have the correct marquee, but I am lazy, so I didn't do that. So instead, I'm just going to hold it up so you can see what the EXCEED2 marquee would look like. But we always used to joke around about this because if you saw in the description where I was talking about questionable graphic design choices. Mm-hmm. So if you were not familiar with this game at all, like you'd never heard of Pump It Up, you don't know what this is, you walk into an arcade and you saw this, what is this game called?
Well, it's 2. EXCEED2 X.
right. So I mean, you see 2x EXCEED2. And like people, that's what they thought it was. Like at the arcade that we went to, they're like, "Oh, are you here to play 2x EXCEED2?" And it's like, "What?"
Yeah, the dance game.
yeah. Oh, you mean Pump It Up? And they're like, well, "I guess." And if you look on here, let me show you. Like in the overhead camera, it does say Pump It Up, but like you see it there, like these tiny little letters. Where it says Pump It Up, right? It's like, you got this huge ass logo, and then like Pump It Up is this little tiny, like plain font in white, no less.
Yeah.
Like right in there, so it's like, and like Pump It Up has a kind of, iconic looking logo.
Yeah.
That doesn't appear on here at all.
Right.
Not anywhere. Like it literally is not on here.
Yeah. If you worked at an arcade and this came in, I wouldn't know what machine to put it on.
Yeah. So, Exceed is similar to this. If you look, I don't, but like it's like giant thing. This reads better, I think. Like it reads Exceed.
Yeah.
Like I get that, but again, you got Pump It Up. These tiny little letters over here.
Pump It Up.
Yeah. So. This was when they went on their little adventure in questionable graphic design choices.
Yeah.
Exceed and EXCEED2 are this way. 0 brings the pump logo back.
Good.
And it makes sense. And it kind of, I think NX kind of screws it up again, but then from NX2 on, they get it right. It's just put
Pump It Up.
Right. It's like, what is the game called? I don't know.
It's DDR with diagonal arrows is what it is too.
So yeah, that's my thing. I have all the marquees, I think, from here through definitely Fiesta 2. So I've got like, EXCEED2, 0, all 3 NX marquees, all 3 Fiesta marquees, and I don't know if I have the primes or not. I think I might have one of them, but not the other. I don't remember. But it really just depends, like how I acquired the game. Mm-hmm. So there's a few of them that I was talking about on the last stream that I like bought the actual upgrade kits like from Andamiro. So like they shipped it to me in a box. So of course I have the marquee. But then some of the other games like I bought secondhand. So I just bought the hard drive and the dongle off of somebody else. And in some cases, they probably either kept the marquee or lost it, and so I never received it. So it's like I have the game, but I don't have the marquee. And I always just keep this one in the machine because I
mean, this one's sharp.
Well, I like the look of this one, but also it just says pump it up, so it doesn't really matter what specific game I put in there. It's always right.
Yeah. Whereas if you put EXCEED2, I'd be like, wow, that's a weird puzzle game I've never heard of.
Anyway, so,
You've got some commenters.
so yeah, let's see, what do we got here? Oh, Glitch is asking what the size of this frame is. You know what? I honestly don't know, and it's, some years back, there was a guy that, he was, moving, from Michigan, I think, to Vegas, and he had been collecting a ton of pump stuff, but he wasn't going to take it with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he sold it, he put it all up for sale, and I just bought it all as one lot. Mm-hmm. So, like, I just received, like, 2 boxes full of pump stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, a few posters, a bunch of marquees, a bunch of the games. So that's how I got several of the games that I got, you know, some like hard drives and CDs and dongles and all that kind of stuff. And he had gone through and framed the marquees that he had. So I never purchased these frames, and they're actually slightly too large. If you look on the edge here, there's you can see like the edge of the marquee. So the frame's a little bit too big for it, but it's pretty close. A very funny story, though, actually, about this specific marquee.
You designed it.
No, I didn't design it, but this marquee was mine, and I had sold my EXCEED2 kit to him like years prior, and then when he was selling all of the stuff that he had, like that kit ended up coming back to me. So like this was mine in my old machine, and
you got
it is again.
Yeah. You just can't stay away from it.
I guess.
It's home here.
Yeah. But Regen is talking about the high scores here. So, I mean, this is my drive that I ran in my machine when it was, you know, new-ish. So it has all the scores of like me and my friends that we got at the time, and they're still there. The Exceed drive that I have, that one was given to me from somebody else. So I've only actually played on that probably one other time before the last stream. So all of the scores on that would have been from wherever he had it, or perhaps blanked. I don't know, but so yeah, that's why they maybe didn't look familiar. But yeah, these are all. Every score on here is probably somebody that I know, or me. But I don't think you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think you're probably on some of my drives later in the series.
And would I have had to use my feet to get my initials on there?
You would have.
Yeah. So I don't recall ever doing that in pump. So so I wonder if I would have done it or not.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
But Adrian, yeah. So this is Shammers. Gosh, we go back a ways.
This is like 2002, I think.
God, have we known each other that long? Have we known each other 20 years?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
that early?
So there was an Indie DDR tournament at downtown in 2002 that
you were at that one that went like epically long
till like 4 a.m.
God dang, yeah. Oh, I do remember that one.
Yeah,
that was the GameWorks Underground Get Down.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's right. That was in 2002.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I have known this guy 20 years. That's insane.
Here we are.
And here we are. I don't think we started like really hanging out until a little later.
Yeah,
than that,
no,
though.
but yeah, I was on the
yeah,
indie
that's right.
DDR forums back then.
Yeah.
and then the first time I was here was your birthday. It might have been your first or second birthday in this house.
It might have been.
You had just gotten the DDR machine.
Did you come to the one that was basically snowed out?
Yes.
So you were at. Okay, so that was 03.
Yeah.
And like, I think 8 or 10 people showed up
it was
because
a full-on
there
blizzard.
was a crazy snowstorm, and like a lot of people were just calling me, and they're like, yeah, I can't make it. Blah 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 or whatever.
It was you. My friend had a birthday, and he had a DDR machine.
Well, you didn't know. Nobody knew.
Oh, that was the unveiling then.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Yeah. Come to think of it, I thought I was going to play DDR probably. Actually, I was probably just hanging out with indie DDR people. Like, it was probably that was, and you.
Yeah.
And I remember, you sort of unveiled it.
Yeah, well, I did. There wasn't even an unveiling. It was just like people, when they arrived, would walk down to the basement.
Well, I think you'd hear it as soon as you walk in the house. You
couldn't really hear. But like, you wouldn't have necessarily known that it was a machine because, like, the expectation would have been that we would have been playing, like PlayStation.
Yeah.
Once.
As you do in 2003.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I've had like this annual birthday party, which has been basically a DDR, hangout party for the way it started was actually in 2001. I had been playing DDR weekly with like this group of people, like half a dozen of them or whatever, but they were all like probably aged 16 to 21-ish or so. This was before your time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
I'd probably know a handful of them anyway.
yeah, and we were talking about trying to get together to do something else, and as it turned out, like, I was the only person that had that lived in a place that could host such a thing that I didn't have to ask my parents' permission to do, because I was an adult, and so I could just be like, in a completely non-creepy way, thank you, hey, we can just meet up and we can check out, because a bunch of people had gotten some of the like PlayStation DDR games, and then some other people had gotten like 5-Key Beat Mania at the time, and we all wanted to try and get together and like see some of these other games, because all we knew to that point was literally just arcade DDR. So we all got together at my house, and it turned out that I threw out like 3 weekend days or something like that. I was like, just pick one, and the one that people picked the most happened to be my birthday. But like I didn't like flag it that way when I proposed the dates. I was
it
just
was
like,
meant to be.
Yeah. And so like everybody came over, and I was like, by the way, it's my birthday, and they're like, oh, happy birthday, and that was basically it. But then from the next year, 2002, moving forward, I just used my birthday as an excuse to do it again. But the first 2 years, 01 and 02, were in my old house, which was just a house. Like, I didn't have a basement, I didn't have a machine, I didn't have anything, I think, gosh, the first year, I don't think I even had DDR myself. The second year I did. I think I had the Dreamcast second mix. Which was my first DDR. But people brought, anything that they had over, and we, tried playing it. And the second year was kind of the same. I remember we were playing, somebody had gotten a hold of the step charts from DDR Max. So we got to see, what was it, Ghosts? And I think,
great song.
Yeah.
Max exclusive.
Right? And what's that? And I think we got to see Max 300. but if you remember on Max, there were no foot ratings, so we had no idea, like, and I think whoever transcribed it into, I think back then it was Dance with Intensity. I don't think it was even StepMania yet.
DWI.
Yeah. And they had flagged it as a 10, and we're like, what the fuck is a 10?
Yeah.
You know, because like that didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, and you know, immediately died. But
and it's an eternal classic.
yes.
Max 300.
So
Which brings us to Pump It Up.
which and then right. So sorry. I'm telling you. See, so I warned.
There's
I
a
warned
lot
him.
of yes. You did warn. Brian warned me before the stream.
Yeah,
that,
I was like, it is absolutely not unusual.
It's
to,
story time with the hoe man. At
That's
the time.
right.
I totally get it.
To not play anything for like the first 30 minutes of a stream.
And we have like 1 billion stories in and around dance games
For sure.
with in events and things like that. So it's really fertile soil
For sure. But I will wrap this up though with getting to 2003. So my birthday's in February. So in February was a bad snowstorm, and most people did not decide to come. But I had gotten my DDR machine in January of that year, but I didn't tell anybody. I literally didn't tell anybody. And so I just invited people over for the annual birthday party, which at this point had become a birthday party, and just when they walked in, they would just find out. I remember specifically though. I know you remember John.
Yeah.
And you may not remember his friend Josh though.
Less so.
Yeah. So Josh had come down, and I remember he like round because the DDR machine was like in this area still, and the entrance to the basement is clear on the other side. So he like come down the stairs and rounded the corner and saw the machine, and I remember he did that thing where you just kind of like stop and you point, and then he like grabbed his mouth, and then he looked at me, and then he pointed again. And he just flipped out. It was funny. And then like when he settled down, he called John, who had decided not to come because he was coming from like Muncie at the time, and it was going to be a long drive through the snow and
the ice.
terrible, right?
Yeah.
And Josh is like, you got to get here, and John's like, but why? He's like, don't question me, just do it. So like John finally did like come down, and but because so many people weren't able to make it, I had a second party that year in March. So I don't know if you came to came to the second party, or if maybe you came to both.
I may have come to both.
There were a few people that came to both. I think you came to the second one though.
So was that your 30th, or was that the next year?
That would have not been my 30th. I would have been 20. It wouldn't have been the next year either.
Okay.
Because it would have been 05 would have been my... No. I would have already been 30 at that point. Math is hard, guys.
So here's why I asked. I remember freeling.
And you made fun of me being old. Yes.
Yeah, older than dirt. I think
I'm pretty sure I still have. He had cut up an old DDR
ignition pad or
right.
Some kind of old DDR.
I think it was an ignition pad and like written messages on them.
Yes, and like held them up during the freestyle. One of them said, "Happy birthday."
Yeah,
you're older than dirt.
One of them I think was like. Hi, I'm Brian Ho. It was like, hi, I'm Brian Ho. I'm older than dirt.
Yeah.
I think I still have those somewhere. They're in a box somewhere.
I'm glad you
probably.
Yeah.
I'll find those next time. But yeah. So I think that might have been the fourth. I think that might have been 04 when we did that.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I don't know. We'd have to check the Indie DDR photo albums.
It's true.
But okay, so. Now that I've talked your ear off for 22 minutes, let me see what's going on here. But this is
Someone asked if I played DDR on the PlayStation 2. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Played DDR on PlayStation 1.
Yep.
Burned a lot of Japanese games to play on.
Did you mod chip your
I sure
PS1?
did. Or added that little thing to the back of the PlayStation. There was like was it a chip? Yeah, but it was all external. I didn't do any internal soldering or anything.
Oh.
And I remember there was a spring-loaded something with the disc tray when it came to the region check.
Yeah, there was a on you were the PS1, the smaller,
the
the
square
second one, or the old gray one, the big guy, or the smaller.
Yeah, it was an old gray guy. And then there was like a unit like in the back. There was like a serial thing.
Was that the gold finger or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Put that on the back, and then you could put in a burned disc, and with a spring, it would not do the region check, and voila, I was playing fifth mix or whatever.
So I actually mod chipped internally mod chipped my old PlayStation like that.
Yeah.
My PS1, ONE one, the small one. By then, they had this thing called a PS Exchange.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like you would
put in a disc.
You'd put in a disc.
That's what I would do.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you would remove it, and what was it?
I'm telling you, there was a spring on the tray.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, there was a thing that would defeat the little mechanism that could tell that the lid was open.
So it would boot with the PS Exchange disc in there.
Right.
And you just swap it out.
That's right. So basically, the PS Exchange disc would get past all of the copy protection and the region protection and all of that, and then you'd have like a quick second where it would stop, and you'd pull it out of there real quick, and you'd slam your other disc in. It would say like
insert your disc now.
Right. and then it would boot
which
up.
feels every bit as archaic as did the PS2 DDR era when I wanted to play like Extreme or Max 2 that weren't in the States yet, and you had a hook, like I had either like a credit card or you could buy a little card, grab the disc tray, and pull it out.
I do remember that. Some people
and then swap.
Some people would remove the lid of their
just so you can get it from top
and
down.
then they made a third party lid that had a flip top on it, so you could actually just flip it open and pull the disc out.
Yep.
Chris, now you just free McBoot that jazz. You just call it a day.
Good old days. But this thing is like, when DDR first came out, you wanted so badly to be able to play those mixes. In here, it was like, there were only 2 or 3. There was DDR USA, Konamics were the PS1 US games. Maybe one, maybe. And then there was DDR Max, Max 2, and Extreme, and then I think a couple more for PS2 over here. But not nearly the variety that was out.
Oh yeah,
in Japan.
In Japan, it was crazy.
So it was all about getting around those regions.
It was like you got your US stack of GDR games, and you got your Japanese stack of DDR games.
I want those.
I want to play those.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so okay, 2002 or 2003, I would have been 28.
Okay.
So it would in 2005 would have been 30th for me.
Okay. So I probably didn't have the gall to make fun of your age until I had known you for a few years.
Yeah, so that was probably the 04 or the 05 party, and I don't remember which.
Yeah.
In my brain, I think it was the 04 party because 03 and 04 the basement wasn't finished yet, and I think the picture of you holding them is against the so this basement, long before the carpet and anything, it's like it was literally just a bare concrete floor that the previous owners had painted to look like tile. So they had taped it off in these squares and painted it so that it looked like tile, but it wasn't. And then the walls had this fiberglass batting on it that was just nailed to the wall or whatever, with the plasticky covering or something. It was the bare.
It was a true Hoosier basement.
Yeah, the bare seal or just the floorboards from underneath. There was no ceiling, and the whole basement was lit by 4 60-watt incandescent light bulbs. Yeah. It was a dungeon down there.
Yeah. It may have looked like a torture chamber.
Very, very not cool.
But
then there was a DDR machine.
But there was a DDR machine.
So
just blasting light and sound.
Yeah.
What a thing of beauty.
So, Ghost is your favorite song on DDR Max. Yeah, Ghost is a great song.
Ghost is a great song.
It's a great song and exclusive to that one game.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make it to Max
I'm
2.
going to listen to that on the way home now. I'm like, that. I haven't even
it's a
thought
good
about
one.
that song since 2002.
It's a fun chart, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had all those gallops in it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I feel like they were like, freeze arrows. Do them.
What is that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were
What
all
is
over
this
that
green
song.
thing? But,
Time flies.
I
someone says.
love that not only have I spent half an hour talking and not playing, but that we're talking
About
mostly
DDR.
about not the game we're going to be playing.
Well, you mean Exceed 2, 2X Exceed?
2X Exceed 2?
2 Exceed and beyond?
2X, yes. That's the one.
If you want to Exceed, do not go to X.
Right. That's a long time ago. I would not be surprised if we are telling stories from a time before some of these people were born.
That is upsetting, and I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. True. Absolutely right. When was your birthday? 1844?
That was yes, but that was before we switched to the metric calendar.
Ah, gotcha. I remember you came out and the doctor had an abacus. I was there. I'm older than you. It was a bean counter.
Miss the old days of going to the arcade and playing proper games. Now it's mostly tickets. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
You know, not only that, apparently like round one in Japan, so they've converted some of their stores that it's just all Crane games.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love me a Crane game as much as the next person, but I need a little variety.
Thankfully, I don't think they've done that with any of the American stores yet.
Yeah,
Like we can still get our fill of.
What's worse are those stupid games where they put like a Nintendo Switch and then you gotta stack the digital blocks that don't stack, and so you just feed it your credits and your money and you never get a Switch. So it's gambling is what it is.
Yeah, it's Child Casino.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, locale, many arcade driving games. Let's hear. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm going to skim through a little of this so that we can kind of. This stream is sometimes a podcast with arcade machine flashing in the background. It's true. That is. Thank you, Fuchsia. That is a very apt.
Yeah. And I would say, like, there are a good handful of. I don't know if I would say Bimani podcasts, but like music game, rhythm game, like podcasts out there. They do exist if you look for those kind of podcasts.
I haven't, but
yeah, you would be an amazing guest on any of those sorts of things because of the history and experience, like of not only like have you played these things. So I feel like a lot of these podcasts are people that are just fans that have been playing the games for a long time, but you also tend to have knowledge about like the circumstances surrounding what the decisions that were made by Konami, by Endemiro.
You know,
over
it's funny
time,
that you should say that because that's not true at all.
You-
I don't know shit.
I
man.
think it's all about.
So, you know,
it's
it
all
was-
about your perspective, but
it
you are
was-
very knowledgeable on things on
I mean,
arcades and dance.
I've
games.
seen some stuff, but oftentimes, actually, I find that my audience knows more about like some of the minutia
Well,
than I do.
they've got Google at their fingertips.
Well, I mean
you
that's
know?
fair. Like I mean that's great. But actually, last night I was doing a stream and it was all I had. All 4 of the pump system units, so the MK3, 5, 6, and 9. Why those numbers, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and we were, and I was just like opening them up and just letting people kind of see like what they're like inside, and you know, I mean, I know some of the things about them, but there's a lot of things I don't know. You know, it's like like I know that this is probably like a Celeron processor from 2000-ish whatever, you know, but it's like I don't remember which one. I could look. I could look when it starts up, maybe, you know, or I could take this heatsink off and stare at it, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, well,
you know, so it's just like,
doesn't sound like, yeah.
you know, and then people are like, oh yeah, it's blah blah blah, and I'm like, cool.
it might not be the most exciting stream for you to say, well, guess what part is in the MK9? How many megahertz of memory are running around?
Everything is, yeah. But I think what we always, basically the bottom line usually comes down to this machine wasn't great when it was new, and now it's 12 years old.
Let's stomp on it.
But no, don't stomp on it. It's very rare now. But we gotta get it. We gotta make sure that it still works so that we can play these old ass games.
El Golem.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Whoa.
That's Jeremy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Were you?
Yeah.
Did you see yourself?
There was Katie. There was Tim. Ho. I didn't see myself.
Okay. I think Brandon's in there.
Yeah.
I think Flack. From like Louisville. I think he's in there. Yeah.
All right.
I'm always so. This is the crazy thing for me. It's like I am the worst. I'm terrible about like knowing people's like what real name goes with what like screen name, and then like people use different names in different contexts.
Yeah.
And it's like I never remember who is what and all this other stuff, and then it's like yeah, I don't know.
In DDR, every forum member had a screen name, and some people preferred to go by their screen name when we were meeting up, and some people were like, no, my name is Sam or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, I know you as something else online.
Okay. Yeah, Pat had noted my high score entry in there. Ho in parentheses.
Yeah.
I think that was just so that I could use the 4 characters that were allowed. Okay. Hot swapping was wild. It sure was.
That's right.
Own a 5,000 or 50,003 PS2 with one of the flip tops. There you go.
Exceed time, LFG. That's true.
Both DDR and Pump It Up started getting good at 5th mix. What do you consider 5th mix on Pump though? Are you talking 5th International Dance Floor like Exceed? Or are you talking like the 5th game, which would have been like the collection or Perfect Collection maybe?
There are so many iterations of Pump It Up.
There really are. It's ridiculous.
I was saying, I went on the Wikipedia for Pump It Up, and it was like just the list of all the different mixes that have come out over the years, and it's
well, like the first 6 or 8 of them were all like just Korea only.
Yeah,
so like
a lot of them were like they added 2 songs or they took away a couple songs.
Yeah,
or, it was the song list wasn't very big early on, but they kept coming out with mixes.
This is something that I've noted. So having played DDR from my first game of DDR was 1.5 mix. On an arcade, and then having played through basically the whole series as it happened, and then Pump, which I kind of joined right about here at EXCEED2, so I missed all of the earlier games, but having gone through and played them on stream over the past couple of months or so, what I've really noted is that DDR kind of settled into what it was going to be by like 3rd or 4th mix, and it hasn't really changed a whole lot even since then. I mean, we got free zeros and it's 6, right? And we got shock arrows at wherever that happened.
SN2 or something.
Yeah, something like that, But like the basic game itself and how it works and everything has been pretty consistent for the vast majority of its history. Looking at those early Pump games, holy shit, they just fucking tried anything.
Oh.
They just
it sticks.
Hey, I got this idea. Well, all right, let's do that. And it's like that feature might not last a one game, you know,
Yeah.
and it's gone the very next game, or then they change it or whatever. But including the step charts, because like DDR, once a step chart is established, it almost never changes.
Right.
You know, like if that song appears again in a later game, it's the same chart.
Yeah.
Pump, not like that at all.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, that chart sucked. We're gonna just replace it with this other one.
Yeah. Yep. It's the Wild West.
Yeah. So, all right.
Shocks started with X.
That sounds totally believable.
But did they start with X2?
The weird thing about I feel like DDR and Pump are kind of reversed for me. Like Pump, I missed the early days, and then I've been playing relatively consistently, you know, since about the middle. DDR, I started at the beginning ish, you know, and then I made it to the middle, and then I stopped playing regularly. So like once we get to X and all of the, you know, all of the modern stuff from X on through to Ace 3, it's like, have I played them? Yes, but like, do I know them the way I know like first through eighth? No.
Yeah. Same.
So.
Eighth is the last one that I was like, I knew it inside and out.
Yeah.
Supernova. After that, I kind of
DDR Max 3.
Yeah, kind of dropped off at DDR Max 3.
Max 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Eighth mix.
Yes.
Extreme is not eighth mix.
What is it? I don't know.
It totally is.
It's like, yeah.
All right. We should play a game.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
Hit me. Do I need to know how to do a flip code?
So do you remember the old? This came up in the last stream actually. The old Pump. Yeah. Well, so like the numpad notation.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, some of those don't really exist, right?
Right.
So speed code 79795. Gotcha.
Great. Speed for 1.5 times speed.
For it goes up in holes. There's no half speeds yet.
Okay. Gotcha.
So although I think by this time 2x is the default, I think.
Let's find out.
But you're definitely gonna want 2x if nothing else.
So I need to buzz in, yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Arcade Station. Select a song.
Oh no, I guess 2x is not default. So.
So we have to activate
Fun
it.
channel. Fun channel.
So I have been, just for your information, I've just been going through all of the new songs in each of these games as we go along, and then
Great.
if we have time at the end, we do what we want, take requests,
Yeah.
we tell more stories, whatever.
Sounds good.
So
Sounds good.
I guess this would be one of the new ones, so we'll just start here.
Sounds good. Crazy question mark?
Question mark? When was the last time you actually played Pump?
I think I played it in an arcade maybe 5 years ago.
5 years
So-
ago, amazing.
so-
But you've been playing StepManiacs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's not like you haven't played any
Right.
dance game in like years. Or
I can handle what Pump throws.
Okay,
at.
so you're gonna be okay. All right.
But this is a 6.
Yeah, I'm taking a warm up round
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I didn't know.
because I don't remember what question mark was, and it sounds scary. But this is probably gonna be too easy, unfortunately.
I remember the timing windows are larger in this game.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
perfect. This pad is in such good condition.
We were talking about in the last stream how like Exceed was the first of the games to use a hard drive instead of a CD-ROM. Like how much more data they have, and like they can do crazy movies. And so like this is just like the background movie of this one is just like it's a whole fucking anime episode, right? It's just like here you go.
Yeah, amazing.
Because we can.
Love to see it.
All right, how do you feel about anything?
I'm down with the 7.
All right, I'm down.
That 6 felt about right.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, could I go harder? Yes, but do I want to?
Yeah, I mean, it's chill around here. We can just having a good time. Oops. I actually got caught on a bracket. Like you.
I thought I was gonna perfect that whole song until that little bit.
Until you didn't.
Until I did.
Same with me.
Ask all you can.
All right. We're cooking with gas.
Select a song.
I hope natural gas.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So we can smell it, but not that.
Oh, okay. Up to an 8 now.
Yeah, exactly. This song is a wall of noise.
Oops. Look at that.
Wow.
Very nice. And because pump, bonus stage.
Ask all you can.
Bonus stage.
Select a song.
All right,
Is this
so
with,
that's
like,
old?
Mods on it?
Like what kind of mods? Oh no, for the bonus stage?
Yeah.
No, it's not like DDR. It's not going to be like reverse dark or anything crazy like that. Well, I should bring up the list of what's new because I don't remember. I'm gonna pretend
K-pop
like
channel.
we finished all the new Banya songs, but we maybe didn't. I know this is new for here, so
Let's give it a
we're
whirl.
gonna want a little more.
K-pop channel.
It's only 98.
K-pop channel.
5, or are you ready for 10?
I'm ready for 10.
All right,
It is the bonus stage of
it is. So
What is the scale?
it's out of 20, I think. Something like that. Oh, that's right. Triples.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to do that.
Damn it.
Favors the big footed. Those triples, you really gotta ride the line.
So, have you played on? Okay, so you said the last time you played Pulp was probably 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You remember what game it was?
Internet ranking.
Oh wait, don't forget your internet ranking.
Yeah. Does that site still exist?
Sure not. But
Yeah.
have you
Probably
played?
NX2.
Game over.
Okay, so not a very recent,
No.
and not a very recent cabinet either.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because like the new cabinets, the stage is now it's actually a lot like it's
Like
more like
StepManiacs?
StepManiacs. It's bracketless. It's completely like smooth and level. It's an absolute dream to play on. Like they're really fun.
Nice.
But,
Making those 3-step burrs easier to
Oh
do.
yeah, for sure. They're way easier.
Because this one I was like, like I said, it favors the large-footed. Like if you have really small feet,
So what
use
I
your hands.
what I have found on these, because pump timing windows are wide enough,
that-
you just kind of rock it. Yeah. So it's like you heel toe it,
Yeah.
and that's close enough, and you'll perfect
You'll get
both
it.
of them anyway. So
Yeah. That's nice. That's nice.
or have size 13, which
Yeah.
I think we know some people like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, cover that code up. Someone will steal it.
That's true.
Oh no. Oh no, we got a chat spammer. Why? Why do you suck? Best adult dating site. I'll be the judge of that. Oh, just kidding. No, okay, well that's gonna just get immediately blocked. Goodbye.
I'm gonna miss you, spammer.
Last night it wasn't immediately clear. Like it was just somebody that was spamming emojis, and it's just like, what are you doing? And it's like, dude, chill out. And then it like just kept happening, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's probably a bot. So it's like, all right, you're blocked. But that one wasn't even worth addressing. It's just like immediate.
Yeah, it's just
done.
bam.
You're done. It's over.
Yeah.
It's finally a benefit to your large feet. That's true. You'll be pro tier on pump it up triple steps.
Right.
You know, unless they do something crazy like that, right? like this.
Yes.
Then your feet won't really help. But you know, whatever.
I really can't get over how clean this is. I'm just so used to pump being sticky, nasty mess, and you got this machine, and it looks brand new.
Well, so everything has also been recently like wiped down, because when I installed the carpet, like everything had to get broken down, and then like we kicked up a lot of like dust and debris and stuff like that, and then the process between that and then putting everything back together, everything had a nice coating of dust over it. So everything everything had to get wiped down.
Yeah.
But
Smooth as a baby's butt.
well, I would not recommend dancing on a baby's butt. But
Don't knock it till you try it.
yikers. But okay, let me grab. No, stop.
HowToDanceOnABaby'sButt.com.
.com.
Gov.
Baby dancebaby.butt.
Yeah. Then it's the Ally
You
McBeal.
know what?
baby.
I'm sure there is a .butt
Yeah.
domain at this point.
Yeah,
there
sure.
has to be,
Yeah.
because
There's every other domain.
every other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there .exceed2 to exceed?
Tempo, your attention has been brought to the carpet. Have you not tuned in since the carpet got changed out?
The carpet is amazing.
Yeah, that happened like in the first week or two. I think the second week of August. August? Yeah. All brand new carpet down here. Crazy blacklight reactive arcade carpet, because I'm a nostalgic lunatic. All right. Sorry, I'm pulling. I forgot to do this before the stream, because I was busy warning.
Chatting.
I was busy warning. Oh well, yeah, I was busy catching up with Shammers, but also warning him about all of the ways that my stream is stupid.
And all the ways it's amazing.
And I assure you, stupid only on my end. That was definitely not a dig on you, except for, you know, the
spam bot.
The spam bot. Yeah. You suck. But
As if there's a person, right? Oh, he said I suck. I guess I gotta go put my sex links in the next chat.
storage.butt could be a great NOS. That's amazing. Have you checked your butthole? Anyway, join the party is on here. We've done it the last couple of streams, but we could do it again because it's so funny. But that'll be toward the end if we do it.
Hot, they go, hot. I love that you're using the Wayback Machine to find.
Well, so this site went offline
Aww.
last year or earlier this year.
Pump Haven.
Yep. And it's not necessarily the best, but it's easy. I'm familiar with it, and it's easy to pull.
It's what I used.
It's easy to pull the songs for a specific game quickly.
Back when I was playing enough that I was interested in seeing pump step charts, or more likely freestyling pump step
Okay,
charts.
so we did J-Bong and High Buy, right?
Mhm.
And Canon D
Mhm.
and Hot. Oh, Solitary 2 has a code. We'll have to look that up. If anybody wants to look up the Solitary 2 code for me, I forget. I just see it. I see it's in the list here, and I'm remembering from 15 years ago or whatever, 16 some odd years ago, 17. It's just gonna keep getting longer. That there's a code to unlock that.
30 odd years ago, I stomped
Right.
5 errors.
It's on Pump Haven, the code. Of course it is. Yeah, but it's hard for me. Yeah. Okay, I'll look it up. I'll look it up later because I want to play another game right now. So, my drink's over here. Give. Actually, you know what I can do? I can just put it over here. There we go. Loverly. Okay.
Hit me!
Station select. Arcade station. Select a song. K-pop channel.
So I think we're just move along here.
Oh man.
Oh, we didn't do speed.
K-pop channel.
That may be the clunkiest part of this interface. The speed mod puts you in the next menu.
K-pop channel.
Zero is a little bit worse because zero ends up changing like what channel you're in. So then you have to like go find your song again when you come back from it.
Was zero before or after this?
Zero comes after this. But zero adds the ability to split difficulty because you'll notice right now we have to play the same.
Oh, you and I.
Together we have to play the same difficulty. Zero allows you to split.
Gotcha.
One person can play 1 and
I'm up
6 or
for
11.
Up to you.
All right.
Let's do it. Jump it.
Am I going to regret this?
Quite
Probably.
possibly. Gonna look like that guy
Probably could use a little bit more speed. Shout out to Banya. What are you talking about?
yeah. Woof, woof. That one.
That was rough. I could have used 3x, I'm sure.
Hey, it's approved!
We're getting old.
Select a song.
I mean, I've been old. You're getting older.
Pop channel. Banya K-pop channel.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this in the Discord earlier today. This song's a banger. For sure.
Let's stick with that.
Yeah.
Man, I remember Pump always being harder than DDR. Like, that was like a general rule.
It's not so much that it's harder, but
Also, no visual indicator that these are quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th. Like,
It's true.
It's orange and blue.
Ask all
Yep.
you can.
That's all you get. Are they close together or not? That's how you know when to step.
They did add that later,
Select a song.
but I don't use it because I'm used to this.
Oh,
so-
totally, yeah. It's not so much a complaint as just like it really kind of fundamentally changes what you're looking for.
They went a different route.
Yeah.
Because they're going by location. So the red or orange are the top ones, and the blue ones are the bottom.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with rhythm. From a rhythm standpoint, it ends up being like flat.
Right.
DDR.
Right.
Gosh. Hold on, I'm gonna go up to
Channel.
3, 4.
I'll stay on 2.
Are you? Okay.
You don't look at mine if yours is too fast.
Are you gonna go 6 or 11?
Up to you.
All right, we'll stick on 6. 11 seemed like a struggle.
11 was. It felt like we were approaching our ceiling.
I'm remembering now that like a lot of people complain that I read too slow of a speed, but I'm remembering now that you read as slow a speed as I do, and sometimes
Ding.
slower, I think.
Yes. Yeah. In most games, I remember StepMania. That was especially apparent.
Yeah. Oh God, what speed do you play StepMania on?
I mean, I remember. If I could play it at 1x, I would play it at 1x.
Did you? Holy crap!
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that.
But there were some songs they kind of force your hand. You're like, you gotta go to 1.5.
That's right. Have you?
I have not played any. I have not played any StepMania that has the new.
You haven't.
The extra hi hat.
You've only been here once. This year, right? You were here this year. When did you come back?
Yeah, I moved here a year ago.
Okay.
Just under a year ago. So yeah. So within the last year, I've been here
Once. And I don't think did we come downstairs at all? We were just like chit-chatting up at the upstairs. Yeah. I know that's insane, but
Imagine coming to this oasis and choosing
people I've known a long time. Actually, we tend to do other things. Who knew?
Who knew?
Oh no, the spam bot.
Oh, they're back! Excellent.
Go away. You're not welcome here.
Don't forget the Canon D code.
Okay. Oh, that's right, Canon D full mix.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah.
I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah. Yep. Me too. There is a long version.
Okay, so Rave Racers insist they're on your side. The DDR is a bit harder. I don't think it is. So here's what I think.
They think DDR is harder. So I had said that
you think DDR. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I think they're about the same. Honestly, I don't think.
I think by the extra panel I know it's not a matter of numbers because of where they're positioned, but to me, 5 inputs is harder than 4.
I mean, I would generally agree with you, but I think 2 things. Number 1, I think whichever game that you start on is the easier one.
Yeah.
So if you start on Pump and then go to DDR, I could see how you might think DDR was harder. If you were like us, starting on DDR and then going to Pump, I remember thinking Pump was harder at first.
Yeah.
I don't really think that anymore. I think they're about the same. Like the hardness is just kind of like adjusting your brain to do the opposite thing, basically.
That makes sense. I've probably put in 20 times as many hours on
DDR than Pump. Yeah, but because I can remember like back in the day, you know, if I played one game and then went to play the other game, like my first song on the other game would always be kind of awkward, where I would like kind of try and shift my brain. Now I can like literally just go back and forth, play one song on one game, play one song on the other, and then come back, and it's like whatever,
it's like
no big deal.
Dance game ambidextrous.
Sort of. And then what I think too is that what DDR derives its difficulty from accuracy, and Pump derives its difficulty from complexity, but does not rely on accuracy nearly as much.
Right.
With the large time windows that you're talking about. So
Right.
Pump, I think, does throw some more complicated patterns at you, again, because it has that 5th panel.
Yeah.
But you can kind of slop it, and it's like, close enough, good. You know, and because like there's definitely been plenty of times where I just see this blob on screen in Pump, and I'm just kind of like, and it's like combo continues, and you're like, huh.
Thanks.
All right, cool. So I think
I always feel like a dirty cheat when that happens, but it definitely does happen.
Right, and so I think that's how they keep like the overall difficulty pretty similar between the 2 games.
Yeah.
You know, you make up for you. It's like you're either relying on increased accuracy or increased like complexity.
Right.
While the other one takes a more of a back seat.
Yeah.
So, although, God, some of the new charts in DDR that are, you know, just like
The hard ones.
I mean, they might as well be fucking keyboard charts. Like, it's like, what you do? What now?
Have you seen the players that play those?
Yes, I have.
Their feet are just scooching,
Which is not fun to me. I don't find that fun. I find that. I mean, you know, if that's fun for you, great. But it is not fun for me at all. Same with, you know, like holding onto the bar for dear life. Like, that's uncomfortable to me. This was always uncomfortable, so that's why I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Plus, I've been playing since before that was like acceptable.
A thing. Yes.
Not even before it was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was frowned upon / forbidden.
Yeah.
You know, like if you went into a tournament
It was to fall on.
right, or to lean on, you know, between songs. This is like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, while your buddy is picking a song, you can kind of lean on it, and it's fine. But yeah, like 2001, 2002, if you went into a tournament and you grabbed that bar, you were DQ'd.
Yeah.
I mean, that was game over immediately.
Yeah. Oh, how times have changed.
Yeah, now it's like it's odd to see someone not do it.
Yep.
And
Yep. Oh man. Free Volt team.
Tiff says, can't imagine someone coming over and not bringing them to the arcade. It's not that I wouldn't. It's just that if they've been over a lot,
Yeah.
then it's like, well, we've done that, and we're going to do something else today.
Yeah.
Or go
I think we had Chinese food.
somewhere. Did we?
Yeah, I think it was.
Nice.
We went and got some Chinese, or I brought over Chinese, and that was it.
You know the fun thing about Chinese food?
What's that?
Any food that I make,
It's Chinese food. That's
right. You know Chinese spaghetti? Chinese tacos?
There you go.
Right.
Was that a Chinese joke?
Yeah, it was.
Let's play this Korean dance game.
All right, let's do it.
Hit me! Hit me!
Station select. Arcade station.
It's a pain-loving machine.
Select
Hit
a
me.
song.
There's so many. There are so many gunshot sounds in this game for no discernible reason.
Hip-hop channel.
This is a stellar freestyle track or
Hip-hop
freestyle
channel.
song. I like it. No, you want to? Would you like a speed, sir?
I did it too, didn't I?
You did not yet.
Oh, dang it! I tried to.
Oh, you're doing it
Hip-hop
back.
channel.
Starts on your left.
Okay, so cancel is out.
Hip-hop channel.
Are we going to attempt a 13?
I would attempt it.
Okay.
I might grab the bar.
Oh no! I'm going to bump it up to 3 if we're doing that.
Get
Get over your fate, you diamond, whatever that means. Oh shit. There's that slop. Totally missed that.
Woo!
Triple. Holy crap! Why?
Oh,
Ask all you can.
best adult dating site?
How can it be the best? The last one was the best.
Well, it's true.
Select a song.
Do we know what service they're coming in from?
Looks like. I think it was YouTube. But
Yeah, it figures.
figures. What did we? So we played. I forgot to mark the songs we played before. Okay. Well, we could try some of these battle station things too.
Yeah! Yeah, let's do that next one.
That was part of the reason for having a friend over for doing 2-player only modes.
There's definitely some ways of turning your body that aren't intuitive for me.
Yeah. That is definitely probably like the big skill and punch is learning how to turn.
right. I never thought I'd see the day where I'm so content with being so average. Let's bump it up.
Just remember, like, average for us is probably like overall
Overall, it's still
is
pretty
quite good.
yeah.
Now,
Select
compared
a
to
song.
like the best players of today, no.
yeah.
But like the average is a lot. I think
skewed.
the average is a lot lower than you think it is.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who play this once or twice and they're done, right?
Yeah. X2 Exceed 2.
Yeah, that what this game.
I'm gonna bump it one more time.
Hip Hop Channel.
Battle.
So should we do a combo battle or a score battle?
I don't know the difference.
Let's find out. We'll do a score battle.
All right.
I forget how this
It
works.
makes sense. Whoever has the higher combo wins versus who the higher score wins.
Well, it has to do with the attacking, I think.
you can attack.
I think there's attacks. Oh wait, no, that's in Battle Station. This is just a like comparative. That's right. That's right. These battles are just comparative. That's it.
Gotcha. Which should make sense for like a tournament or something.
Yeah, Battle Station has attacks, I think.
Is that on
Yeah, that's
Exceed 2?
a mode that you pick in the
Okay.
beginning instead of arcade or remix.
I'm
Select
curious.
a song.
Yeah, for sure. This is not new, but somebody asked for it, so I will do it only because it's right here.
Well, we could do combo battle.
Yeah, it's a 1 now. Amazing.
Is it only available as a 1?
Yeah, this is from First Dance Floor.
Oh, and they just
This was Easy Station only in First Dance Floor.
so it will be kind of funny to see.
Systems go.
Theoretically, we should tie. Unless one of us screws up, which will be me.
I have dibs on that.
See,
I got a good.
I got a bad though. Good, bad doesn't, or good doesn't break combo. Yet bad does. But obviously that was a pad bad.
Obviously. Well, I got a pad bad. Okay, my legs are lazy.
way.
I ended on a miss. Hey, best adult dating site.
Again? It's like the same one. How can I block them from block user on YouTube and block them here?
Internet ranking.
That's what I need to do. I need to do both.
Internet.
Okay.
Game over.
All right. Let me read. I'm
You want to read what the bots had to say?
no, they're already gone. Um, Scooching feet is ITG. Yeah, but that's definitely crossed over into DDR at this point by a lot. Um, watching people playing either Gargoyle or Romero at the highest difficulty is not fun for you either. Still don't have the physical conditions to play those. Yeah, I never did. Even at my peak, I couldn't manage those.
Yeah, I mean, the likes of Max 300, Max Unlimited were my ceiling.
Yeah, I was able to do max 300, and I think I passed Max Unlimited once with like a C, and I was like, good, check it off the bucket list.
Yeah.
I'm done. And then like
Legend of Max.
Nope. Everything after all the boss songs after that, I've never been able to do. So like those and like Paranoia Survivor and all that stuff, I've never been able to do any of those.
If it was on Extreme, I beat it, but
Yeah.
that's
Nope.
After that, they got ridiculous.
Nope. I guess that means I bailed at like
6 Max.
Max 2, because I think Max Unlimited was Max 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Although I think Legend of Max was on Max 2 also, wasn't it? Or was that on Extreme? That was on Extreme.
I think it was Extreme.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I could pass everything through Max 2. That's a
With
decent benchmark.
Only one exception.
What,
Nothing was really that as hard as Legend of Max on Extreme.
yeah. No, I said on Max 2.
Yeah,
Up to
you got
Max
everything.
2, I could play
But I'm saying
everything.
you also can beat 99% of Extreme.
Oh no, but the Paranoia Survivor and all that stuff was
Oh, I
on
forgot.
Extreme.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't do that stuff.
Technically that was the hardest song there was PSM Oni.
Yeah, PSMO. Yep.
Barf. The reason I like Legend of Max is because it's a good song. Like it's not the best song I've ever heard, but it's like at least
I think it's the best of the Maxes.
exactly
Like
it's
musically.
interesting. Beats the hell out of Paranoia Survivor Max, which just sounds like chords being thrown in a blender. I think is what the Survivor songs have sounded.
That's an apt
They've
description.
always sounded like the same song, which
What-
they are, but just like it's like run through a synthesizer. Like
What's the one? Is that the one that has like Paranoia stuck in the middle of it?
like the word, the lyric?
Well, no, like has Paranoia, like the music of the original Paranoia and the steps, like just shoved
yes.
into the middle of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's so bizarre because it's like the boss song of first mix, right? Ooh, 180 BPM, OMG, right? And then it's like you're just like zooming through Paranoia Survivor, and then it's just like fucking slam the brakes, and it's like Paranoia as it was,
Yeah.
you know what?
Just creative.
Right, which and it's just like God, we thought this was hard.
Yeah, how far we've come. How far we've come. Actually, I've been meaning to make Legend of Max my ringtone. I know that sounds weird, but I really like it. It's like, because I think other DDR players would be like, I get you, I see you.
Yeah, my ringtone for the last couple of years.
It's been
actually.
Butterfly, isn't it?
No, actually, I don't think that's ever been my ringtone. For the last couple of years, my ringtone has actually been Mexican Flyer from Space Channel 5.
Oh, all
The theme of
right.
Space Channel 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know
I actually cut it. I cut a 30-second edit of it so that it plays the entire length of time before my phone goes to voicemail. So it's great because it's like when I get a call and I'm like, I don't want to answer this call.
so listen to the song.
But I can
instead.
listen to this song and I will hear an ending of it.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like I'll hear the little stinger at the end. I'm like, yeah, cool. And then
That's-
it's like, and now you're in voicemail.
That's
Goodbye.
Great. That's great. I need to do that.
Goodbye, spam caller. Yeah, so sorry about the bot. I was blocking it but not banning it. So it should be banned now. Hopefully they'll not come back. I pushed the wrong button, I guess. But anyway, okay. When did StepMania come out? God.
Dance with Intensity.
So is StepMania actually born from Dance with Intensity?
I feel like it's a fork
or were they
or
two
something.
Was it a fork?
Yeah,
I
because
couldn't
there was a
remember.
time when they both existed. You could download the SM file or the DWI SIM files.
Yeah. I don't remember. I played around with DWI a little bit, but then
StepMania was out in like 2003 or 4. Like it wasn't long after DWI.
yeah, but then by the time, I got my DDR machine at the beginning of 03, and so like my interest in those things just kind of evaporated.
Yeah. Who needs it?
So I never really got into StepMania,
Yeah.
and I kind of
And
dropped
since
DWI like a bad habit.
I mean, I did have the home version, obviously, but since I didn't have the arcade, it was one way to experience the songs,
Right.
but also the homemade charts were just pecking with your fingers or whatever.
Well, the only thing that I really ever used StepMania for going forward
Freestyle?
was for freestyle. Like when you and I would work out routines, or if I was doing one on my own,
Yeah.
being able to like
Stop,
and
start,
start and like
rewind.
get select a specific block of
Yeah.
the song and just have it repeat
I did
like
that on
automatically.
on-
that
on
was
PlayStation,
really good.
on like Fifth Mix, on
For
Konamix,
rehearsal.
you could do training mode, or there's some sort of like practice mode where you could do that same thing. You could even on with the PlayStation controller or with your mat, you could chunk out a portion of the song and like play it on repeat to practice it. And that would be
Yeah.
a way to practice freestyle.
Right.
So, Konami knew what they were doing as far as people want to practice sections of songs.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of that went through. So I don't know if that continued through the American releases, but the Japanese releases had a lot of that. Because then you had edit steps too, where you
Yes.
could put them on your memory card and put it in the machine. And
Do you
all that
remember?
jazz.
I gave you or sold you. I don't know, it was like $10 or something, but I gave
a Dex
you
drive?
a Dex drive.
Yes. Do I still have it? Is that what you're asking?
No,
I'm sure I do.
but that was just a way to transfer your PS1 saves to
Yes.
digital, right?
Yeah. You would plug the Dex drive into your serial port.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't even USB. That was like old school serial port, and you could plug your memory card into there, and then you could dump the saves on the card out to files on your PC, or get files on your PC and dump them onto the memory card. So that was a way that people,
If you want to unlock all the songs, for example.
people would play their games and like fully unlock them,
Yeah.
and then they would
Post
post
them.
the file on a message board or a forum or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
fucking Usenet or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah, there was no. I mean,
Game facts.
exactly. Yeah. There was
Right,
not a
and then you
Dropbox.
could download it and then write that file to a memory card and then use it in your PlayStation and get to play, and then get to play fully unlocked. And then people would trade like step files and stuff like that,
Yeah.
that way as well. So you got to play some interesting different.
And then you could take, depending on the machine you're playing on, you could plug it into the memory card slot, right?
Yep. And in fact, once I get to so this is going to be far down the line. So I'm finishing up finishing up Pump. So I'll make my way all the way through Prime 2, because that's as far as I have. And then the next series is going to be U-Beat. And I'm planning to do the same thing, start at the beginning. Although we're having trouble sourcing like OG U-Beat. So we may end up starting at Ripples, the second game, which we won't miss any. I don't think we'll miss any songs that way, but we'll miss seeing the like original UI.
Graphics and-
Yeah, which I've never seen, because like when my first trip to Japan, Ripples was already out, so I've never seen original You Beat. And I was kind of looking forward to seeing it, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But it's just been the same thing with Pump. It's like first dance floor. I had never seen it until I played it on stream. So
and then after You Beat it, going to DDR.
So I don't know. I mean, I've done several DDR series already. I played through all of the American PlayStation 2 games, I think. Well, no, I played through all of the American PlayStation and PlayStation 2 games.
That's right.
I did all of those. And then I played through all of the GameCube and Wii games in a series that was cleverly named WiiDR.
Naturally.
And that one I actually played through all of the different regions, with the exception of I think I skipped like Hottest Party, blah whatever. I forget what there were a couple where the PAL region release was basically identical to the American one, so I just skipped it. I didn't bother playing it because it's just like whatever. But I've played through all the U.S. ones, a few of the PAL region ones, and all of the Japanese ones that way. Or maybe it was like some of the Japanese ones that I skipped because they were the same. But I think those were all unique. Anyway, so that's all the DDR that I've done so far. DDR I'd like to do in the future. I'd like to go through and play all of the PAL PlayStation 2 games, and all of the Japanese PlayStation 2 games. That second set would be a long series because that's a lot of freaking games. I have actually not done. I'm sorry. I did do all of the newer arcade games. So starting with X, X2, X3, 2013, 2014, Ace 2O, Ace 2O Plus. So I did all those as well. I have not done all of the earlier games, so like First Mix through Supernova 2. So that would be something that I want to do in the future as well. But when I do that series, the first through Extreme, somebody has already asked, they're like, hey, will you be demonstrating the memory cards? And I was like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. I mean, that's really the impetus for all of these streams. I mean, it's for me personally, because in many cases, either it's a great nostalgia trip for me, or it's stuff that was before my time even, and so I haven't really seen it or played with it that much. But also as just kind of like a preservation and demonstration of things that people haven't really gotten to see or experience because they don't really exist in the wild anymore.
Right.
And especially the games that are, from like the early 2000s, there's no great media of them either, because, that's from before when everybody carried around a literal frickin'
supercomputer
video studio in their pocket, right? All the time, and can just, like record things on the fly. So like one of the very first streams that I did was the DDR 2DX
oh yes, I recall.
link.
Yep.
For which, like, if you go on YouTube, there is almost no video of. Like, it's this thing that people have heard happened in 1999 that almost nobody has ever seen, and there's like, I think there's like 1 or 2 arcades in Japan that still have it up and running.
Wow.
But like, it was a rare thing at the time, and certainly very rare now. And so, I hadn't gotten to see it either, but we went through the effort to acquire all of the pieces to make it work, and did, and it was cool to get to share that and actually put some video out there where now you can go see it.
Yeah.
It turns out one of those arcades in Japan did a stream of it after me
Oh,
because I
wow.
went looking for it. Because the only thing I found on YouTube before was just screen captures or like direct screen captures of the two games playing.
Right.
So you could see that they were linked, but you couldn't see the machines. You couldn't see who was playing. It was just the bare, screen image.
Right.
And it was just like, I mean, that's cool. It was helpful actually because when we were trying to set it up at my place, we kept running into this error, and I happened to review that video, and we realized, well, we couldn't figure out how to make them link, and what we realized was when I watched the video of it, there was a whole like selection in the menu that was just missing from ours. So we had to like do some troubleshooting to figure out like, oh, how do we enable this and make it work? And then so that was
I remember
helpful.
very much enjoying that stream.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
But then, but yeah, that was the only video I had found of it before I did one. And then, before that, I'd only ever seen like maybe 1 or 2 pictures of it online. But it's like, it's hard to convey what's going on in a still photo. It's like, yeah, there's a DDR machine and there's a 2DX machine, but in a still photo, you can't really tell like how they're working together.
Right. What do they look like?
Right. So it's like,
Now we got the full thing.
so that was fun.
DDR Games really wants to know if you have DDR A3.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Dun dun dun.
Yep. So yeah, that's where we'll go with that. Rave Racer said a DDR Wings Club competitive stream.
All right.
Oh man, so I remember. Was that the one somebody sent me? Somebody sent me a save file of that so that I didn't have to unlock the whole thing on stream, because it was one of those where you end up having to like play through the whole game like 3 times or something like that to see everything, and it would have gotten very very tedious. But okay, let's check out Battle.
Well, let's do it.
Hit me!
You got a Kleenex right here?
Yes. There should be one over there. Yep, they still exist. Yeah. Well, since you brought it up, I think no, the hat. So I know these have come out on stream before, I think, but they're quite funny if you.
You say these, you have more than one?
I do have more than one.
I think you got me one of them.
You should have one. We gave a bunch away, but yeah, that's if you can see on the overhead camera, that's what's on this.
It's an amazing hat.
Yeah, that's what's on this hat. But this is set so huge. Who the heck wore this last? It's so big.
I got a big head. It could have been me.
There we go. But yeah, we walked into a shop.
Oh no!
Oh, you're fine.
It's such a good hat.
Oh, you can 2-player mode 1 credit, so just start.
Battle Station.
Go for it. Hit it again. How to play Battle Station.
Bum, bum.
Do you remember this?
Battle items to collect.
Have you never
No,
seen
I've
this?
never played this.
Okay. Wow, this goes by real fast.
Also, if it's dark, it's a mine. Wow.
There's a lot here. Remember when I said Pump just kind of like threw a lot of things at the wall to see what would stick?
Select
Yeah.
a song.
Oh, that's right. Battle Station's all remixes. Is it? Yeah. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll probably want at least 2 minutes, yeah. So you want Well, let's start with item battle.
Sure. This is unknown territory for me. This is great.
I have seen this before, but it's been a long time, so it'll take me a minute to remember how this all works.
Step on the line.
Yeah, you gotta not do that. Oh god. Oh, blinking. Hope you like speed. Oh god, if you attack, you're gonna throw a huge one. Yep.
So that's on mine.
Oh god. Someone's fire now.
My goodness. Chaos. Chaos. Ugh. Very interesting.
Did you?
Hard time keeping up with what was happening.
Okay. So I think what it is obviously the dim ones are mine, so just don't step on those. The tricky thing is sometimes it's a jump and only one of them is a mine, so you end up having
Yes.
to do the other step, right?
I stepped on a lot of mines early on, not
Right.
realizing they were mines.
Right.
But
And then there's the item pickup, but I think that brings it, puts it in your box. But then like the last one that you grab is the one that is active.
okay.
So like you can, if you get an item, I think if you get an item that you want to use and another item comes up, you can let that other item go away so that you don't supplant the one that's active. I think.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I think you saw those bars in the middle, like was building power over time. Then there's the little punch, the action button.
Yeah.
So that is what throws the item against your opponent. And the power that's built up, I think, is like the duration of it.
Gotcha.
So it'll go longer.
Okay. All right.
But again, you can let those action buttons pass if you want to build more power and use a stronger attack rather than attacking every available opportunity.
I'm down to try again, just to now that we've kind of ripped the band-aid.
I think that's how that works, and I believe. Yeah. So I guess
Battle station.
does it? I guess it is just one credit.
Step on battle items to collect them.
Yes. Okay. So it goes into your box.
Charge your power gauge by performing the steps.
Yeah. So just keep
Step
playing.
on action item. If power gauge is not properly charged, the item can be canceled. Attack your opponents using various battle items. Acceleration makes their arrows go faster. Recover. Steal.
Oh, steal them. There's the mines.
Mines.
This
Blocks the effect of your opponent's attack or destroys your opponent's something. Makes your opponent's rhythm arrows nearly invisible. That one really sucks.
it was bad.
Decreases your opponent's power. Changes the speed. Assigns a random battle item. Okay. Okay.
You know, even being in
Select
English,
a
those
song.
are hard. It's going by really, really fast.
Put in more quarters. Don't read this.
All right. Should we do an item battle again?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, oh wait, we're not done. Sorry. Okay, so I was incorrect about the gathering of the items. It does add it to a queue. So, like, the first one that you hit is at the top of the queue. When you get another one, it
Game
puts it in
over.
line.
Okay.
So if you hit action, it'll throw the one, and then the next one's up,
Okay.
and then the next one.
I was. Some of them I can't tell if they're being applied to you. You know what I mean? Like, hit action.
I think some of them do apply to you. Plus, there's the one that like, there's the item, the shield item, I think, that makes it hit you instead. So, like, if I throw an item at you, but you have the shield active, it just throws it back at me.
Okay.
I think is how that works.
So it's possible, like,
So-
an action to you and then it just bounced back.
Right. So if sometimes it feels like if you threw an attack, but it hit you, that's probably why.
Station select.
Yeah, also the charging up of a given action, I think is the hard part. So you just play the game.
Right.
Don't step on other...
Don't hit action.
Don't hit action.
Yeah, you can keep collecting items, I
items.
think, but don't hit action.
And then what's is it 2 meters full? Is that what it would be?
So
Like,
There's three. There's 3 whole meters. So
so avoiding action and stepping
That's-
arrows is how you...
yeah. So then there's Minesweeper, Hypervelocity, Hybrid. I don't know how those work.
On-item mode?
That sounds like I don't know what that means.
Just pump?
I assume
Yeah,
so.
we can try some Minesweeper mode.
I assume this is just mines, although I don't know if it puts them in there or if you're throwing it as a, I guess. So is it going to be only mine items? Yeah. I got Mines and Blink at the same time. So it's like, I definitely hit one.
That surprises.
Game
I wonder.
over.
I just stepped on more mines than you, and that's why I lost. I don't know.
There's hearts at the top too,
Yes.
like life.
Oh, yeah. You had more hearts. for
yeah,
sure.
I think that's what it is. All right. All right. The benefit of this is we also
Did you buy these in Japan?
Korea.
Korea.
Yeah. So the story of these hats, where we went into a store in Korea, and they had these on the shelf, and we laughed at them a lot because it's funny.
Yeah.
And we went to the shopkeeper, and we're like, it's like, we want to buy these, and she's like in what little English that she knew, she's like, how many? And we said, all. And she's like, all? So we bought them all. South Korea, of course. So she had like 20 of them on the shelf, so we bought them all.
And gave them out as presents.
And we gave them out. I think Belinda and I have maybe 3 left.
They're so good.
But yeah, they're pretty funny.
It's very funny. All right.
Now, North is not a tourist destination.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't go there for the hats.
It's actually not. Even if you wanted to go there, I don't think it's easy to do. I have technically been on the north side because you can visit the demilitarized zone,
Yeah.
DMZ, and there's a conference building. There's a building that's built directly on the border, and the idea is that is a place that delegates from the north and the south are supposed to be able to come and meet and negotiate and do whatever that they want to do. But in 50 plus years, that has not happened. But they maintain this building for that purpose. But visitors from the north and the south can visit their own side of the DMZ. And part of the tour, usually what happens is they'll take you down to that building, and then soldiers from, in my case, the south, will enter the building, go to the other side of the building, and lock the door to the north side. And then they allow everybody to come into the room, and you can be inside the room, and while you're in the room, if you cross over the center line, you are technically in North Korea. And then from the north, they do the same thing. They'll come down and they'll have soldiers come in and lock the door to the south, and
For the North Koreans.
for the North Koreans to come and see that room.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess technically, I think they can see each other, but technically, if you got down there and the door was locked, obviously that's a don't come in right now. I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
So
As people are prone to do at the demilitarized zone.
yes,
Go there for the showers.
for the showers. But yeah, there's also at near the DMZ on both sides, the north and the south are in this pissing match to see who can have the biggest flag. So each one of them has erected this gigantic flagpole, that has just like the biggest ass garrison flag they can possibly put on it, and I think periodically, one of them will have a bigger one than the other, and then they get a bigger one, right? It is so ridiculous. That whole situation is just absolutely bonkers. From the south side, you can see the north has actually built this entire city to put up to look like it's to look like it's a thing, but it's actually not.
Like a Hollywood set.
Yeah, basically, like they're all just like facades of buildings, but there's nothing they're not real buildings. They're not full.
Wow.
But they built it to look good, so that while you're at the south, you see like, oh wow, there's this bustling city over in the north. You know, that's very impressive. But if you like get your binoculars out and you look at it, you realize, oh wait, like I can see through from one floor to another floor through this building because there's no floors in it. Like it's just a hollow shell of a thing. And then like if you look around a little bit more, you realize there's only maybe like 4 people kind of milling around in there. You know, and it's just like
wow. I would like to
okay.
see that from a satellite view too.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
it's crazy. And then like I think what was it? Was it the South would blast music at the North or something like that? The whole thing is just like crazy, like posturing and just being fucking middle schoolers to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really sad actually.
Yeah, no, yeah, especially for the North Koreans who don't get to leave.
Yeah. Right. Right. But
Just bonkers.
that's geopolitics for you.
Really, they should play 2X Exceed 2
Yes.
to solve the differences. Like,
Yes.
they should play...
I had this idea back when I was a little kid. I thought, it's like, we've got the Olympics, right? Yeah. Like, why do we fight wars? Why don't we just challenge each other to...
Games of...
Yeah, like, it's like, well, all these countries are going to meet for the Olympics every 4 years. It's just like, I'm mad at you about this. Why don't we throw shot puts over it?
Yeah. It's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, man, if only.
Well, the Russians did that and they cheated, so they got kicked out of that.
Yeah, but I don't know. Unfortunately, as human beings, we seem to be really good at blowing each other up,
Yes.
and not a lot else, unfortunately.
Hence all the gunshot sounds in this game.
Apparently, yeah. Did I go to the capital of South Korea, to Seoul? I did. Seoul is the capital, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, it's not one of those sneaky ones where it's like,
Right.
like Australia, right? Sydney is not the capital.
Is it Melbourne?
I think it's Canberra.
Ah, yeah.
It's like the city that you don't really ever hear talked about, but that's
It's
the capital.
technically the capital.
Right? And like Canada, like it's not Toronto, but
Guys, can I have a question? Playing too much DDR can get me a girlfriend?
is that a question?
It is a fact.
I know many couples who met over DDR.
Yep.
Including me and Belinda, actually.
There you go.
Like peripherally, at least.
Yeah. Social connections. And
we met on an online DDR based forum.
there you go.
So
Was it indie DDR?
it was, as a matter of fact. But so have I played She Likes Pizza? I think I did on an earlier stream.
I'm down to try another one of those battle modes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Just because it is
Hit me!
unique to this mix.
I think so. I mean, there've been other battle type things, but I think this particular mode is unique to this one. I think we get it now.
Did I get in there?
Select a song.
It's always 2-player, and apparently it's only 1 credit. Because they're good. I don't think we played this one.
Hold on, Nick.
So we did Minesweeper, so let's try the hyper velocity mode,
Do it.
and then we'll
Are
find
you at a
out.
disadvantage because you're starting at 2x?
Perhaps 2x62.
Action.
Oh God!
Action. Action.
Holy shit!
I'm deploying it myself.
Action. Action. Action.
Ah!
Action. 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 Action.
That is so fast. You beat me on that one.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Madness.
Game
Madness.
over.
See if North.
Oh, look at that. We're back.
Oh, hey, where can I get the best adult website? Dating website. It's really what the people want to know. I like that the bot's like, is there a stream with
Yeah.
Pump It Up?
This sucks. I've gone a long time and not really had any trouble like this, but in the last week or two, it's been a thing.
You've gotten sexier.
I guess.
The bots are like, they're out for it.
All right. So what's left? The hybrid mode. It said?
Yeah.
Station select. Battle station. Battle station. Select a song.
Drop a deuce.
Would you like speed, sir? Or not? It's a non-item mode. What does this mean? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Is this just playing?
I think that way. We do have parts though. Your chart is slightly different than mine, so I think these charts are made for battle mode.
I'm not sure how you lose a heart though. Because we both missed steps and we still have all of our hearts. Huh. So is that a tie then? No. Okay. Shrug.
Game over.
There's just a way to play those hybrid songs.
Maybe it's a two-player of remix. Maybe you can't play remixes otherwise. I don't know. Oh well. Let's return to our regular program.
Station select.
Regularly
Station.
scheduled arrow stop.
Select a song.
Okay, so we were
K-pop
in here,
channel.
up to. Okay, so I think we've done. These are all old. Yeah, definitely. This is a new one. Yes.
Bot channel. Bot channel. Bot channel. K-pop channel.
We can crazy it if you want. I'm also down to heart it. It's whatever you're feeling.
Too late, I guess. We'll try crazy. Although, oh god, 109 at 2x. This is gonna be rough.
Oh boy. Real painful. Spaghetti. That right there, whatever your body's supposed to do. Still not intuitive.
I need at least one more speed to read it.
That was
Ugly.
ugly. Alright, no more 13s for me.
Hey, I got a D.
Alright.
I passed in America.
Yes.
Select a song.
Hey!
Okay, this is one of the new ones as well. This one.
K-pop channel.
This is 94. You'll want to do something, I assume.
K-pop channel.
At least two, not three.
Yeah, I'll do 3. So, to do 3, should I go back first?
Yes.
K-pop
Talk
channel.
about a not beginner friendly.
No, it's not, unfortunately.
Alright. Let's rock.
Ask all you can.
They really like combos in this game. The score
Select a song.
reflects.
Bot channel. K-pop channel.
It is very combo heavy. Old DDR was like that too, though.
Yeah.
Second mix for sure, and fourth, I think, were both very combo heavy scoring.
I'm fine with the 6.
Okay, 6 it is.
And maybe we take it off 3x.
If you want,
What do you think?
you can. It's up to you. I'm fine on 3.
Okay,
If you want to take it off, you
I'll
can.
keep it on 3.
Okay.
If you think you can handle on 3, I probably can.
Oh,
Music video.
nah, not yet. We don't get music videos for a couple more mixes yet.
A visual story.
That okay.
Calling them pad bads. That's a funny.
Pad bad.
Definitely wasn't a pad bad, but see, I had
Ask all you can.
one pad bad, one pad good.
Game over.
Game over. That was a good song.
Nice. Yeah, that is a good one. All right, let's see.
Agua from the sink.
The little tap on the side, yeah. And if you want ice, there's ice in the ice machine-y thingy. Yes, you will find the water from the little tap thing to be tight, to be good. The water from the other thing to be should be okay, but less good.
We just installed a reverse osmosis at my house.
That's what's on the tap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's delicious.
It's delish because it tastes like nothing. Which is absolutely not what Indiana water tastes like otherwise.
Indeed.
Because Indiana water is like chewing on chalk and licking a chalkboard.
Oh, yeah. I'm down. I mean, I think I've got a few more in me, Brian.
Oh, are you?
But I feel my body being like, hey, man, what are you doing? And I'm powering through.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Absolutely. I'm working up a sweat.
Station select.
I don't think we have a lot more. New songs looks like 1, 2, 3,
Select a song.
6, 7.
Bring him on. Bring him on.
K-pop channel.
So wait, we went here.
K-pop channel. K-pop channel.
5 or 9?
Yeah, I do it.
K-pop channel.
Do it. Jung-hwa.
끝이 없이 나는 수 없잖아 네 없이
body did what it's supposed to in this game.
Good.
Didn't feel totally unnatural.
It's like falling off a bike. You never forget how much it hurts. Very nice.
Yeah, definitely rewards. Handsomely.
Thank you very much.
Select a song.
PG says prefers pop channel over the other channels, Exceed 1 and 2. I think there's only one new pop song in this one.
So they like the classics.
So there were a bunch in Exceed 1 though. So this one seems very K-pop heavy actually.
Yeah, which I'm down for it. Yeah. Yeah. Foxy lady.
Hey boy,
Bye. How do you
use your imagination. Oh, I feel alright. Come on. Hey boy, here's what I want.
Very nice.
Very nice. I do like that this game makes you jump more.
Move more. Move in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cannot shuffle this game.
Yeah.
Select a
You
song.
have to turn. You have to move around.
Yeah.
Same. Like that's
more-
more. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it flows better too.
Yeah, when you get a good, like, I don't know what you call it, stream, you know, it's very satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely. And like everything, usually everything works. It's just sometimes you have to do a weird turn.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you miss it, it's like, oh, it's rough, everything's terrible. But like once you hit it, you're like, oh yeah, that's great.
Well, and a lot of that is like living in this, like, I'm facing one direction and I'm not supposed to fully, like, turn forward to, like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like DDR, it's like your assumed starting position on damn near every song is forward. Maybe you'll turn your hips in front of you. But there is so much expectation of, like, you'll play like this for a little while.
Right.
And you'll be here and then you'll play like this for a little while.
Yeah, or like the classic spin is actually like you have to turn all the way around.
Yeah.
Trying to do that without turning around is extremely difficult actually.
yeah.
Like
And
it's way harder.
And it involves, like, a lot of, like, shuffling.
Right.
Yeah. Is it a man? Is it an alligator?
A manigator.
A croco dude.
Crocodile.
Korean TLC.
I can see you getting back into it.
Oh yeah. It really is so much more active, like just movement. I don't know if active is the right word.
No, you're right. It is.
Just your center is constantly in motion.
You gotta move it. You gotta move. There is,
Select a song.
I would say, there is as much motion away from the center in a pump single as in most DDR doubles.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah. Yep.
Plus, bangers.
Yeah. Great songs. Really enjoying the music. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
I want to feel that you will never expect it. Doing whatever you want. 1 and 3, but this is what's so crazy, so noisy. Pickle, happening to me. Forget 열심히 살아 혼자 들어차 떠나라 into the whole new mood.
I feel like I'm learning more about Pump than I ever did even when I really tried playing it, beating all the hard songs or whatever.
Yeah.
I never took the time to like play the easier
Internet
songs to
ranking.
learn the mechanics of the turns, which is important.
It is very helpful. It is. It's. I mean, slop will go a long way, but
Exactly.
sometimes if you're not in the right position, you're going to be in for some hurts.
Pew!
Game over.
Pew pew. All right, looks like
PU ranking.
1, 2, 3 more. 3 more songs, one of which requires a code that I need to look up.
3 more! 3 more Skinner.
Maybe.
Steamed hams. Have you seen the classic Simpsons episode with steamed hams?
Maybe? I'm not remembering it off the top of my head, but...
Somewhere, season like 5 or 6, they do a series of shorts around Springfield. And in one of them, Principal Skinner has Superintendent Chalmers over to his house, and he makes him hamburgers, and he calls them steamed hams. So A classic.
Okay, unlock Solitaire 2 in Arcade Station. 195137535. Okay. Oh yeah, and I guess Canon D full.
Select
That'll be it.
arcade station.
So,
Select a song.
1, 9,
K-pop channel.
3, 7, 5, 3, 5. There it is. It is hard,
Channel.
if I recall.
So we want normal.
Maybe.
Can I get a speed limit?
Do it, yeah, you can. Oh, you're not starting. Now do it. Now do the controller.
K-pop channel. Pop channel. Pop channel.
I have faith in us.
All right. Into the unknown.
I think, but I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be wrong. We'll see.
That's a sweet angel of death singing there.
Well, is this famous last words? This doesn't seem too bad.
Sounds a few notes shy of the Mortal Kombat theme song.
Oh, there's the gunshot. Ominous heartbeat. Yeah.
I don't know if Vanya was like in his garage just jamming out with electric guitar.
And katana.
Yeah.
And block or whatever. Oh, you missed the slow down.
I did. I got. That was a great charm.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm sure the crazy is exactly that, but that was fun.
1 miss. 7 greats.
Well done. All right, so then
Select a
the
song.
last other songs.
K-pop channel.
Did we do this? We didn't do this. So this one is. Okay.
You go up to 3?
Do I? What? I can't read that.
Yeah.
What does that say?
I can't either.
Is that 119 maybe? I'll go.
K-pop channel.
6 or 9.
Dealer's choice.
I think we can
I'd
handle
like to-
9. What?
K-pop channel.
Let's do it.
What is that?
100?
109. 109.
Okay.
This graphic design is my passion. Hey, you got that and I didn't.
sensors are pristine. I can't imagine playing this on a pad with broken sensors here and there. So you're like really having to stomp your way through these songs.
Yeah. Age will do that though.
Yeah.
Select a song.
Alright, I think that's it for the K-pop, and this is the only new pop song.
This is fast.
171. So just alternate bottoms to clear your code. And then
Bot channel. Bot channel.
like 2x is probably fine.
Bot channel.
I don't know what you want.
Bot channel.
Le colline bonnet con lui.
L'autre soir, alors que j'ai
Some songs. Rip right into it.
Yep.
trois super verts coupés. Les yeux de la première m'ont fait chavirer. Les âmes de la deuxième m'ont hypnotisé. Et place encore récupéré, tout juste relevé. Les fesses de la troisième m'ont fait décoller. J'aurais pas hésité, pour toi réécouter. Le risque de te perdre ne m'aurait rien coûté. Ça me fait trop déconner. Mais pas ça c'est rigolo. Je passe encore essayer. Pour ne pas être gigolo.
Literally just stepped on metal. Missed that step entirely.
Not even a pad bad?
Nope. Just clean this.
Pour ne pas être gigolo. Les seuls petits problèmes, c'est qu'elle est trop bourré. J'ai perdu la mémoire et mes trop jolies poupées. Si le cul de bouteille me fait délirer, les souvenirs se sont bien trop vite envolés. Assis sur le trottoir, les flics sont arrivés. Et pour vagabondage, ils m'ont embarqué. En poste de police, j'ai tellement déconné qu'au fond de ma cellule, je me suis retrouvé. Ça me fait trop déconner. Mais pas ça c'est rigolo. Je pense encore essayer. Pour ne pas être gigolo. Ça me fait trop déconner. Mais pas ça c'est rigolo. Je pense encore essayer. Pour ne pas être gigolo.
Yeah.
That's a great. There's something very satisfying about like these 5, 6, 7, 8 charts.
Oh, you can.
Whereas 10, I feel like I'm like really working to keep up 9 and 10. But there's a comfort in
Select
the
a
intermediates.
song.
It's just fair enough because this game is so active. Like I feel like I'm getting the same sweat as I would from a DDR
For sure.
9.
For sure.
You know.
Go ahead and pick one because we've done all the new stuff. So dealer's choice, if you would say.
I actually like this song. So
That's fine.
I've not as a song. I've never played the chart. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's 2x okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
We can go up to 9
Okay,
if you wanna
you can pick it.
go. Song.
Want to be alive. We were born to be alive.
When I hear this song, I think of Vegas Vacation.
Probably could have used a little bit more speed. Spread that out just a bit.
I know you can.
Holy moly.
Internet ranking.
This game kicks ass. And it feels good. It feels good to play Pump.
Yay. Come back again.
That's a
We
freaking movie.
got many more.
Yeah, many more pumps to pump.
We have many more pumps to pump.
Many more 2X's to exceed 2.
No more, nothing, no more exceeding. We've already exceeded it twice. It's too excessive. A third would be excessive, so they went back to 0.
No, there is no 3X. 3X is what they were selling the chatbot.
Game over.
Woo!
Peacher says, find light charts on dance games fascinating, like old DDR light charts and the newer DDRs on 570 use generic light patterns for every single song. Yeah, like Konami used to care and would like make real light charts that would go with the music, and then eventually they just made it so it's like
Tempo synced.
no, it's like the lights flash whenever there's a step, a certain step, like a down arrow or something like that.
I
I
see.
forget, on like the middle level chart.
Yeah.
I don't know where Pump stands. They kept making real light charts much longer. I don't know if they still are. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I haven't paid enough attention. But Pump definitely... I think both of them shot out the gate with like, boom, here's this wild-looking machine.
Yeah, the
that's-
light show.
Yeah, and then Pump, I think, kind of held on to that, and it was like paid a lot more attention to like presentation.
Yeah.
It has a much more like high gloss like look to it than DDR. Oftentimes unpolished, unfortunately. Like it tends to be a little buggy over the years, but as far as just kind of like visual appeal, I always liked Pump more personally.
That is something I found with the StepManiacs pad. The pads as they are now are the LED lights in the pad itself are the most attention grabbing thing.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
About
I think it's cool.
Yeah. But
The cabinet lights don't really do a lot, do they?
No.
Do they? They flash.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the pads elaborate.
Yeah, they
designs.
do animations and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they went in that.
This has been fantastic.
I guess we do have also full mix
Oh yeah.
Canon D.
Let's
if you
do
wanna
it. I mean, if that feels like a.
That is an excruciatingly long code, but we'll
We
try.
could do it. Would it help if I read it to you?
It's not time dependent. It's just obnoxiously long. So we got to go to remix station, right?
Next station.
And it's
Select a song.
7, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 7, 1, 9, 3, 9, 3, 1, 9, 3, 7, 1, 9, 3, 7. Oh, it's already there. I guess it was already unlocked.
Oh,
It's a permanent unlock. I didn't even pay attention.
that's what. Hey,
So it's
now
already
you
been
got
done.
the experience.
Yeah, I did it. I did it!
Yeah. That's funny.
All right, you got to start your side, and then we got to speed, and as I recall, I mean it's just hard. It's
I mean, there's nothing other than crazy.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, I think we're just going to try and stay alive.
Okay, great. First, we were born to be alive. Now we're trying to stay alive.
Yes.
Canon D in a mouth.
We get to see the whole movie now.
Yay!
Oh, you know what? I remember this. It's like the first half or 2/3 of it is like whatever, and then it just like, haha, fuck you.
So if someone had already unlocked this at the arcade,
Well, this is my old hard drive, so I'm sure we did it at some point. wedding song ever. Yeah, pretty much. Sadly, not usually with guitar. And then it's like really easy again, and then I think it's like Death Run.
I like it.
Yep, there it is. Yeah. We need more speed for that too.
Squeeze the tuning combo in there.
Oh, too tired now.
It would be really satisfying to hit that run
Yeah.
in a world where I had that sound. Woo!
Oh God.
Banya.
Select a song.
Dang you. I don't know why we get to play second. I don't know. I'm good.
Bum, 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 bow.
Woo! Hit me! Someone requested
Station
no?
select. Arcade station.
I don't know. Did we already
Select
do it?
a song.
We did. Maybe I'm
Pop
wrong.
channel.
That would be K-pop
K-pop
channel. I'm
channel.
pretty sure. No, we didn't. This is an old song.
And I'm down with the song.
Yeah.
I agree.
Stop yourself.
K-pop channel. K-pop channel.
Alright, if anybody else has like 2 or 3 more requests, we can finish out this game and then we'll probably be done.
Definitely claimed their center of gravity.
Alright. StepMania. That's Pop Station, I'm pretty sure.
Esa manera.
Select
Portuguese
a
and
song.
Spanish.
Pop channel.
This game, it could be either.
It's not Spanish.
So, Portuguese.
There you go. I'll say the hard if you're down for the hard.
I'm in.
Esa manera.
Essa aventura de chega e só eu sei o quanto choro, mas eu te quero como amigo. É certo que I still love you. Não posso mais dizer I want you, e na certeza de ir embora, meus braços pedem teus abraços, mesmo se sigo another way. I say goodbye, não quero ver tristeza em teu olhar. Numa canção eu te espero, talvez eu te encontre ainda. Mas essa aventura de chega e só eu sei o quanto choro, mas se eu te quero como amigo, é certo que I still love you. Não posso mais dizer I want you, e na certeza de ir embora, meus braços pedem teus abraços, mesmo se sigo another way. Essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira de dizer te amo. Essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira de dizer te amo. Essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira de dizer te amo. Essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira, essa é a maneira de dizer.
I think I perfected that. Whatever that
Yes! Holy crap! Triple S.
What's interesting is beginning of the night, not just with the timing, but the patterns. I don't think I could have done
Select
that.
a song.
Like there was a handful there where I've learned through the night how to
Yeah.
try to turn.
No, I've out of the corner of my eye, I've been watching you catch some of the turns, and I'm
Yeah.
like, he's got it.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I never dove this much into it, even in my prime, if you will.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a delight.
So there is not another
Request.
so you can pick one.
Oh. Do you have a favorite on here?
Probably, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, did you-
I don't know. I can't remember. I never remember.
StepMania extract.
Oh yeah. You only have 12 seconds. So
Oh, okay.
You gotta. Oh wait, we can join the party.
Let's join the party.
Okay.
All right.
Have a seat.
Have a seat?
Yes, have a seat. I recommend you have a seat on the center film. That's good. You can do this on your feet, but it is hard.
That was your feet? be hard.
It can be done. It's very not easy.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yay, gimmick chart.
I feel like the deepest recesses of my memory
all you can.
is like you and Brandon sitting and doing this, but
Yeah, probably.
I've never done this song before. That was great.
Select a song.
Okay, you can pick one now.
That was great.
Now that you have a full minute.
J. Paola. Is there a hip hop channel? Or is
Nah.
that later?
Yeah, there's not a whole channel, but there's more hip hop later. Yeah. This was one of my freestyle go-tos back in the day.
Nice. Watch out.
Just when you thought it gets better, you see your chances getting slim. You know you have to do something about it. Just when you thought you would get me, and finally be by my side. I slip through your hands. You're wrong to think I can be cool, and if you try acting so cool, I'll disappear into the night in just a blink of an eye. Don't think I'll be falling for you with all the bad things that you do. I'll leave you alone in the night in just a blink of an eye. Wrong to think I can be cool, and if you try acting so cool, I'll disappear into the night in just a blink of an eye. Don't think I'll be falling for you with all the bad things that you do. I'll leave you alone in the night in just a blink of an eye. Watch out for me 'cause I can sense the lights of truth is your defense. Just watch your back 'cause I'm aware these games you play don't lead nowhere. Watch out for me.
Yay.
Yay. Bang. Yeah.
Enter your name.
Ah! That's you.
Wow. I'm honored. Is it 4 digits?
Yep, four characters. God, you're such a sham.
Indeed.
Oh, me too. Wow. Okay, I guess I'll wonder who we're bumping.
Game over.
Yay! Wow. What a way to end.
Exactly.
By crashing some scores from 15 years ago.
That's right. We got you, Brian, from 15 years ago.
Oh no. All right. Well, man.
Thanks
So-
for tuning in, Space Dogs.
Yeah. Thanks. So that's a 3-hour stream.
I did it.
Does it seem long?
No.
Yeah, it feels okay. I
Once
mean,
you-
it's definitely like, whew,
Well, there just aren't that many songs in this mix.
it's true.
Like, I
It's
feel like
true.
we really cruised right through them.
And I think, I haven't looked to see when we get further along, because it's been in like the 20 to 30 range of new songs. Like there's probably 150 songs in the game,
Yeah.
but only 20 or 30 of them are new each time. And
That's a nice pace.
I've been able to like just get through all of those like in about a 3-hour stream and be like, cool.
Yeah.
And so like at least up to this point, I've quite literally played every song that's ever been in.
Yeah.
will I be able to keep that up? I don't know. Like, because I feel like when we get to the later, like Prime and Prime 2, especially because Prime and Prime 2 had updates over time. Like, they were longer lived games. I want to say there's a lot more new songs. So to be able to get all of them in, I might have to do multiple streams or just
Will you
punch through and do a 4-hour or something like that. But
Yeah.
That seems. I've done some longer than 3 hours, but they do start to get like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because it goes both ways. Because on the one hand, I end up talking a lot, and so like I don't end up playing a ton. You know, it's like watching football.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's a 3-hour broadcast, but there's only actually like 30 minutes of actual gameplay that happens, right?
Yep.
I've had some streams like that, but I've also had some where it's like, if the chat isn't too busy, or if I'm just really determined to get through a bunch of stuff, you know, I'll play for 2. Well, like this one,
Yeah.
you know, we talked for like the first half hour,
Yeah.
but then we played 2.5 hours almost straight. Like we
Yeah.
didn't break a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, unlike at the arcade where usually you have to let somebody else take a turn.
Right.
Here, it's like you can go 1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row, and then you're like, oh man, that's actually kind of hard.
Yeah. I mean, and as we both know, the aerobic benefits are delightful. Like the fact that I've worked up a sweat tonight is a delight.
Yeah.
It's a delight.
You're what, 12 years younger than me, I think? Yeah. I'm hoping that I can like continue to keep doing this for a while longer.
Yeah.
It is definitely harder than it used to be.
Yeah. I feel it.
Yeah.
But
if
it's like use it or lose it type thing.
Oh, for sure.
This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I hope you'll be back on another one.
Me too. Yeah.
Because I know there's.
I want to get on some of these later pump streams.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll let you know, and
How often do you stream?
So I'm very, very irregular, but I'm trying to.
My doctor said I'm irregular too. So.
Yes. So I'm trying to add some fiber to my streaming.
Okay.
So that I can become more regular.
All right.
And I'm shooting for twice a week right now. I usually stream on Fridays. The other day is kind of up in the air. And then traditionally, I have been saving Tuesday and Saturday nights to stream with Belinda because those are her nights off. But she's been dealing with migraines and stuff, and so she's been out of commission a lot of the time. We finally got to stream together, not yesterday, but on Saturday. We did a karaoke stream, which those are fun.
Nice.
So,
nice.
But sometimes we'll play console games or whatever, or sometimes we sing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it turns into a podcast, and we talk about dumb shit and memes.
Perfect.
But
Yeah.
definitely if you want to come by, just let me know.
Absolutely.
And certainly, have you played so you probably didn't make it because you were active like right in the NX era.
Yeah.
And then you kind of
And NX2, and then I stopped playing Pump really.
Yeah, you were gone. So after that era, they introduced, I think Pro 2 introduced them. Infinity really fleshed them out, and then
Mines?
No, and then Fiesta EX or Fiesta 2, I think, adopted this feature back into mainline Pump routines. So they are charts that are actually designed for 2, 3, or sometimes even 4 people. I think there's actually some 6-person charts in there too.
Whoa!
And so they color code the arrows,
Yeah.
and so each player
Has a color.
has a color, and so if you perform that color steps, you'll end up like crossing each other on the pads and everything, and it's very, very cool. If you fuck it up, you run into
dangerous.
each other and step on each other, and it's very bad.
Makes for an amusing stream, I bet.
Right, and then some of the larger group ones, like the 3 and 4 ones,
Yeah.
sometimes those arrows will disappear because like that person's supposed to leave briefly, right, and then come back
Wow.
later. I mean, it's very, very, very cool. And again, those are the types of things that, like, you cannot demonstrate by yourself.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll be nice to have.
I could get Dustin Left Hand
somebody.
over here to be an arrow stomper if you
Man.
need recruits.
Did he play? I don't remember him playing.
He definitely played DDR. I don't know about Pump, but
Yeah.
hey,
It'll be trial by fire. Holy shit.
that's right. That's right.
But
That sounds awesome. Are you going to include the Pro series?
I can't do Pro 1 and 2.
Okay.
I can do Infinity. The reason is Pro and Pro 2 require the button board. That
Oh,
there were
on the
selection
cabinet.
arrows like DDR.
Yeah.
That you could mod onto the older cabinets, beginning with the FX cabinet. They were included.
This is a GX.
This is an SX. The SX and GX are the same. The SX is just smaller.
Okay.
Well, the overall cabinet is the same. The GX, this box is a little bit wider because it's a 34-inch monitor instead of a 29.
I see.
But the rest of the cabinet is the same. The decals are different, but
Yeah.
the dimensions are the same. But the FX was the one with the widescreen, and it was like a weird tower. It looked like a
Yep.
lowercase t.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the CX and the TX, and the CX was the one that looks vaguely like the DDRX cabinet. Vaguely. Actually, that's not true. The TX, I think, looks more like the DDRX cabinet. The CX is kind of silvery and very boxy, but it's got a lot of cool lights on it. The TX looks like kind of a chubby boombox, like it's very rounded. And then the LX is the current cabinet, which is very pretty.
Yeah.
And I would love to have one, but it's too tall.
Too tall for
too
this
tall
room.
for this room. Yeah, so too bad. Yeah, the button board, the buttons are included. I think like the early FX cabinets did not ship with the buttons, but then they added them, and they've been included ever since. Pro was the first mix to use them, and required them. The game, you cannot navigate the menus with the stage like you can in traditional Pump.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the buttons, you can't. I think you can't even. I don't think it's even press center to start. I think it's press start to start. So you can't even start a game. Like if you could somehow start a game and select a song, you could play.
Yeah.
But you can't navigate the menus at all. So it's like
Not even with like a keyboard or something.
I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't believe so. Infinity,
You can navigate with the...
it's either. You can use the buttons or you can use the stage. And then all of the Pump games, all the mainline Pump games since that era are the same. You can use the menu or you can use the stage.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool because you can use the menu. Well, you can. I'm sorry. You can use the cabinet buttons or you can use the stage arrows. But you can also. There's also a menu. So kind of like in DDR, like when you hold the start button, it brings up all the options.
Yeah.
There's a menu. They introduced a menu in Pump also, which you can use either the cabinet buttons or the stage buttons to navigate.
Gotcha.
So
Nice.
it's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I've certainly never played Pro or Infinity.
Yeah. Pro is just 5-panel ITG.
Yeah.
Pro 2 becomes a little bit more Pump-ish. It's not like Pro 1 very much. It's just the ITG music, and they just kind of made some 5-panel charts, but it feels like 5-panel charts made by DDR people.
Yeah.
Right. And it doesn't really work that great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Pro 2 got a little bit better, and Infinity better still. Like Infinity, you can tell, even though it's not like made by Andamiro proper. You can tell it's made by fans of the game that understand what makes it fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Do you have Infinity?
I think so. If not, I know people that have it that I can borrow it, so I can definitely get
Stream
that
it.
one streamed.
Yeah. I would 100% love to be around. If not, tuning in, playing with you on Infinity once that day comes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
or just being here and watching, whatever.
We can set it up for sure.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
So, and if we have more people, we can switch out and do all that kind of stuff too.
Give live commentary while they're playing, peanut gallery, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
what the
Yep.
people want.
Adrian says on Fiesta 2 they don't have the song called Ring Ding Dong 'cause it's only on Fiesta EX. Yeah. No, you're right. That is going to get a little bit funky because I know once we get up into the games that had the USB functionality, they released. I mean, this was before like network was a big thing, so they released patches on the USB that players could download and put on their stick and upgrade machines. Like it was a thing that players could do. I think
Crowdsourcing updates.
yeah. I always thought, man, that seems real dangerous.
Yeah, just pull it out in the middle of an update.
I mean, you can account for that, but what I'm more worried about is like people, introducing their own code to do who knows what.
Yeah.
Screw up the machine or make it free, which I mean, obviously as a player is like cool, but as a arcade operator is not cool.
Yeah.
Right. Or something like that. I never heard of anybody doing anything like that, but and I think you could turn that functionality off, but by default, it was if you had a patch on your USB
drive.
stick, when you stuck it in, it would be like, oh, I see a patch. It's newer than what I've got. Let's update. Go. That was crazy. But throughout the patching, they fixed bugs and stuff like that. But they introduced some new songs too, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes songs would go away, and so there is a possibility. I haven't looked it up yet, but there's a possibility that if I have like later versions of some of the newer games, that there may be songs that had been removed.
Yeah.
That were, I don't know if anything ever was added and removed in the same game.
Yeah.
I want to say it was usually like
Something
a
from
game,
previous mix.
A song went from one game to the next, and then somewhere in the life of that second game, it was removed.
Yeah.
So
Because
I should be able.
because they lost the license or
Probably,
something.
yeah, probably like that. So I should be able to play them all, but if there are any that do like show up and leave in the same game, and I have like the latest patch, I guess I'm boned. I
Yeah.
guess I just won't get to play those without maybe some hackery.
Yeah.
But I actually don't know anything about that because I've never really thought about it or had to think about it until just now.
Yeah.
So
You're like the National Archives. Completionist.
yeah, something like that. But anyway, okay, so we got a little bit of chit chat here and at the end, and
Yeah.
I will be back next time with Zero. That should be Friday. I'm planning on Friday anyway, and then between Shammers and Termazi and anybody else who decides they want to show up, hopefully, we'll have more 2 or more person streams again, because these are fun.
Yeah.
They're fun for me too.
Yeah. Fun
So-
for me.
All right. Well, with that, thanks for joining us, and I will see you all next time. Bye, 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 bye.
Keep cruising, space dogs. Need a nice send off.
Man, you are way better at the branding than I am. Like, I get a hello, Space Dogs in at the beginning, and then I'd like to forget about
It's
it.
like, and keep
But-
barking to the moon.
Oh, wow,
It's gonna be
okay. But
a nice little send off.
yeah, well, okay, cool. I need people to keep me honest. Usually, someone in the stream is like, "Oh, you should promote the Discord," which I never did this time. Which, yeah, it's fine.
Can the Discord?
Could I have bots do that for me? Yes. Am I that cool? No. Belinda. So actually,
What happens in the Discord? Just another chat space?
Yeah.
Do Discord comments make their way into the chat?
No.
Okay.
No, they probably could, but that's not a thing that I'm doing anyway.
Yeah.
No, Discord is mostly like offline. I generally ignore it during a stream, but
Yeah.
unless somebody like throws in the chat, they're like, "I put the code in the Discord for you." I'm like, "Okay, thanks."
Then I'll go check it.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, I will promote the Discord to you as soon as we sign off, and then you can chit chat with the Space Dogs.
I can't wait.
So anyway, all right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.